I'm going to show you this year's top 10 peppers for my garden. These aren't my favorites all time. They're just the ones that did well this year and the ones that were prolific. So number 10 is the Cubanelle pepper, and that is a new one for me. It's a neat little pepper. It's green. It's a frying pepper. It can be stuffed or baked. I find it to be small. It's not a very big pepper. I don't know if that's unusual or if it's just because I grew it in a pot and it ended up being small. But it has good flavor. It's gentle. It's thin-walled and very Number 9 tasty. For me is the New Mexico Parker, and that's a Anaheim type pepper. It's good for roasting, good for um, frying, that type of thing. I'm using it to make some green chili sauce. So it's an all-around good pepper and very prolific. Pretty peppers too. Number 8 is my one of my favorites in that it's so easy to grow, and it's the Hungarian yellow wax pepper. They say they're somewhat mild, but the ones I've had every year have been pretty hot. I'd say up there like a jalapeno for me anyway. But they grow really well. They're very prolific. Lots of peppers on the plant. They yield all year long. So I've really enjoyed growing the Hungarian wax pepper. Number 7's the Anaheim pepper. Another green pepper for green chili, roasting, things like that. Nice big peppers. For me, they were prolific again this year. Beautiful peppers, a fun plant to grow, and I really enjoy Anaheim. So I saved seeds from last year's and grew some of mine this year. So Anaheim. Number 6 for me is the Jimmy Nardello pepper. This is a really cool looking pepper, and it's sweet and very delicious. I mean, it's one of the sweetest peppers I've ever tasted, and it's so uniquely shaped and cool looking. I've just been eating them raw, but you can roast them and fry them in a pan and things like that. But that's a neat pepper. I'll always grow the Jimmy Nardello. Delicious pepper. Number 5 for me is a cayenne. I think it's a pretty plant, and for me, a fairly prolific plant, although the peppers are small and they take a while to mature. But I dry a lot of them. So I've been drying them all summer long, and I make a lot of powders out of them. So they're a nice addition to my pantry, and I love growing cayennes. Number 4, and I love this pepper. It could have gone a little higher, but is the giant Marconi. I've been growing that for several years now, and it's, um, I guess, maybe my replacement for a green pepper. It's thick-walled, it's mild, just like a green pepper, sweet, but it's uniquely shaped in that it's longer. It can be stuffed. It can be eaten fresh. I chop it up and put it in my spaghetti and stuff. Use it just like I would a green pepper. Put it on pizzas and things like that. Love the giant Marconi, and I'll always grow that one. My number 3 is the habanero, and that could have gone up or down for me. I love growing the habanero, and I've collected most of my peppers off of one specimen, a 3-year-old habanero plant that I've overwintered, and I'm going to do a video here pretty quick about pulling that pepper out again and trying to grow it for a 4th year. So stay tuned for that one. But habanero is it's a hot pepper, but I love the flavor of it when put into hot sauces, and it's fruity, thin-walled, and just a lot of fun to grow. I love it. Number 2 for me is the jalapeno, and that one doesn't need explaining. It's versatile. It grows easy. It's prolific. It's thick-walled. It's used in everything. You can make anything from pepper jam to cowboy candy to fresh. Pickle them. Jalapeno is very versatile. Everybody uses them, and of course, it's on the list. And my number 1, believe it or not, is a serrano. And not because it's my favorite pepper, although I like it. Great for what I use it for my sauces and for my powders, and just to freeze it whole. And you can take it out, a piece of pepper that's frozen, and just grate it on top of food fresh from the freezer. It's so prolific, and one of the most prolific peppers that I have in my garden. One plant will put off dozens and hundreds almost. I have a plant, again, that is a holdover. It's a 3-year-old plant that probably put off 75 to 100 peppers this year. So just in sheer volume of peppers you get from the Serrano, and it's fairly versatile. It's like a jalapeno, just a little bit hotter and a little bit different shape. But Serrano, I love growing Serranos. They're a given in my garden every year. They're just a solid producer and easy to grow. So hey, that's my top 10 for this year. That will change year to year. And it's not to say that those are my favorite. I left a lot off the list that I really enjoy growing. Obviously, bell peppers weren't on there, but bell peppers are somewhat common and you don't get as many peppers off a plant. So they're not one of my favorites. But I've had others that I left off that, like others like the Fresno or a few others. I I enjoyed growing a Fresno this year, but it didn't produce very many um, peppers. So anyway, next year I'll have a different list, and it probably will change. So hey, let me know what peppers you enjoy growing, and if there's any varieties you think I might enjoy trying in my garden, because I'm always open to trying some new ones. I love growing peppers, and I hope that you'll stick with me and join my next video down the line where I show me pulling up those 3-year-old plants and saving them for next year. Hopefully they live, but you always have a few die-offs. I always try to save a few peppers, and I've had a few die-offs, but this habanero has survived for 3 years, and we're going to go for 4. So stick with me. Take care. Hope to see you again. Bye.